Oklahoma City, Pueblo, Louisville, Kentucky, and Los Angeles, people are gathering just like we are to have vigils for healthcare justice, and they're in solidarity with us tonight. And we have Joel SiCKO from Representative John Conyers' office is here as well.
Power to the people.
Just a few feet from this spot, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. dared us all more than 4 decades ago to dream with him of a nation in which we would judge one another not by the color of our skin, but the content of our character. Those gathered here tonight have long shared that dream, but continue to fight for that, and add to it our own words that still serve as a guiding light to all, that human rights still do matter in this nation. We stand here as Dr. King did at the base of a monument to a great American president who knew that our honor would forever be in standing together against the darkness of inequality and injustice. Until we achieve just and compassionate health care for every American, the work that Dr. King began remains unfinished. The America he challenged us to create cannot exist until this injustice is made right. Tonight, from coast to coast, we take up that challenge once again and commit ourselves to victory. We dream of a nation in which we do not judge one another by the content of our wallets or the balances in our bank accounts or the names on our insurance cards as we deliver the most basic of our human rights, the right to basic and compassionate health care for every American. Dr. King said injustice in health care was the most terrible of all, and we are ashamed to acknowledge that we have allowed that injustice to rob us of our brothers or sisters of all colors, of all races, of all ages, and of all religions. We have a crisis of humanity in this nation, not just of policy or of funding. We have forgotten our shared dream of a nation guided by principles of fairness and of faith. That what we do for one another in moments of pain and suffering and in the moments of ill health and in moments of weakness is what separates us from those who terrorize us and who terrorize others, whether that terror comes on a faraway battlefield in Iraq, in the streets of Manhattan, or at the hands of our unjust healthcare system.
Basic civilization.
I am sure Dr. King would ask us to replace our pain with passion, and a passion for change, and a passion for justice. But we grieve together here tonight too. We grieve for Tracey Pierce, a young husband and father from Mission, Kansas, who was snatched from this life not by kidney cancer, but that crisis of humanity, and those who refused him so many different treatments. In the moments after Tracey died in January 2006, his beautiful and loving wife, Julie, let her head rest on his silent chest and sang "You Are My Sunshine" to the love of her life. Tracey was 37 years old. We offer a moment of silence for Tracey here and for all the world to share that grief. And we grieve for tiny toddler Michelle Keys of Southern California. Let us truly think about the crisis of humanity that would allow trained medical personnel to refuse a tiny little girl treatment because of an insurance company. An HMO told them to refuse that care on the other end of a phone line. Let us grieve that no one person in that emergency room had the depth of humanity or the conscience to treat that little girl in spite of whatever insurance denials were issued. And we offer a moment of shared sorrow for Michelle and her mother, Donna, who stands with us alone tonight. And let us offer the universal acknowledgement that it was a crisis of humanity that killed Michelle. And we know we must not allow her life to have been lost in vain. We also dream together of a nation in which our lives are valued equally and not measured against financial success or station in life, We dream of a nation embracing a new and genuine pro-life movement in which life beyond the womb is valued and embraced and protected as we know it should be. I stand here tonight with all of you, my American brothers and sisters, but we are not standing alone. We are standing here tonight with the souls of Tracey Pierce and of Michelle Keys and with the souls of 50 other of our fellow Americans who died today because they could not get the health care that they needed. Behind them are 18,000 others lining up in a gruesome queue of future casualties. Your brothers, your sisters, your moms, dads, neighbors, your co-workers, your friends, all the folks you will never meet and grow to love. They will die this year because we, yes, we failed to demand that they be saved. Our dream here tonight rests in this glorious democracy, though. Our government by the people, for the people, and of the people, which will not perish from this earth provided we the people reclaim that humanity and provide free, universal, and compassionate health care to every man, woman, and child in this nation. If we do not repair that crisis of humanity, we will lose this democracy and we will lose our freedom as anger, disenchantment, and unrest drives more of our fellow citizens away from the process. Peace, my friends, stay in the fight. The government is you, the government is me, the government is us. This government is ours, and it is our responsibility to change it and make it what we want it and need it to be for our fellow human beings. I'd like to now turn over the microphone to